Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling a pretty big question. Can artificial intelligence really change how we approach our careers?
It's a huge topic and timely too. The job market, it's not just evolving anymore, is it? It feels like it's in constant flux.
Exactly. Skills seem to have a shorter shelf life. And, navigating all this takes more than just experience. You need flexibility, digital skills, um, critical thinking.
And adaptability, a serious amount of adaptability. Traditional career advice, well, it's still got its place, but keeping up, that's getting tough.
Right. Which is where AI potentially comes in. And we're not talking science fiction here.
Mm.
AI is already starting to reshape things like career orientation, professional development.
Offering guidance that's, well, much more personalized, accessible, and crucially, based on real-time data.
Yeah, think of it almost like a digital career coach, something that could help students who are unsure or professionals thinking about a change.
Or even people needing to completely reinvent their skill set for a new field. The potential reach is massive.
It really is. So individuals feeling a bit lost, maybe considering a pivot or needing a full reskill, AI seems to offer a pretty powerful resource for them.
So the big question is, can it truly revolutionize how we handle our careers? And if it can, how do we actually, use it effectively?
That's exactly what we want to dig into today. Our mission really is to understand the key strengths AI brings to career guidance and explore some practical ways you can leverage it.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's unpack that first part. What makes AI a genuinely effective career advisor? What are the core strengths?
Well, I think one of the absolute biggest ones is massive personalization. Traditional advice often has to be a bit more general, right?
Sure, based on broader assessments.
Exactly. AI, though, can analyze a huge amount of your specific stuff, interests, strengths, education, your actual goals, and it can do that in real time.
So it's tailoring suggestions specifically for you almost
Yeah.
instantly, like a recommendation engine for your career path.
Precisely. And that leads to the second key strength, continuous updating. This feels absolutely critical today.
Oh, definitely. Things change so fast.
Right. AI algorithms can tap into and learn from these enormous, constantly updated databases. Think labor trends, emerging tech, new job roles.
Information that's always evolving.
Yeah, stuff that's frankly impossible for any one person to keep fully on top of. It processes millions of data points, job ads, profiles, reports daily.
That scale is just, wow. It gives the AI a real-time pulse on the job market that's hard to replicate otherwise.
Exactly. And the third big advantage, accessibility and availability.
This is interesting. What do you mean by that?
Well, AI tools don't keep office hours. They're often available 24/7, usually without extra fees for each consultation.
Right, no appointment needed, potentially lower cost.
And they can offer different approaches too, catering to how different people like to explore things. It just opens up access quite dramatically.
So it really lowers the barrier to getting some kind of guidance, but it's important, I think, to stress what our source material also says. AI isn't here to completely replace human counselors, is it?
Absolutely not. That's a crucial distinction. The empathy, the deeper understanding, the emotional support a human provides,
Yeah.
that's invaluable.
You can't really replicate that with an algorithm.
Not really, no. AI is best viewed as a complementary tool. It expands access, handles some of the data crunching, maybe frees up human counselors to focus on those more complex personal aspects.
Okay, that makes sense. A powerful assistant, not a replacement. So we see why it's potent, but how do you actually use it? The source material really emphasizes using prompts effectively.
Yes, exactly. If you're using something like ChatGPT or similar conversational AI, the quality of the career advice you get really hinges on the questions you ask at the prompts.
It's like talking to a super knowledgeable expert, but you need to guide the conversation.
Precisely. Good prompts are key to unlocking its potential here.
Okay, so let's break down some examples from the source, starting with what it calls the autoconocimiento stage self-knowledge, getting to know yourself better.
Which is fundamental, right? You need that self-awareness first. So prompts like, ask me questions to identify my interests, passions, and innate abilities. That just gets the ball rolling on introspection.
The AI becomes a kind of interviewer, guiding you.
Yeah. And another interesting one is simulate a vocational test and help me interpret the results. It's like getting a quick assessment without the formality.
And it doesn't just stop there, right?
No, you can follow up with something like, what kind of tasks or work environments do I enjoy most based on my answers? It helps connect your preferences to the actual reality of jobs.
Okay, that's the self-knowledge part. Then there's exploración del mundo profesional y occupacional, exploring the job world itself. What kind of prompts work here?
So here, you're bridging your inner world with the outer job market. A prompt like, what careers combine well with skills like creativity, logic, and communication? Can uncover some really interesting mixes you hadn't thought of.
Finding those intersections between different skills. Smart. And what about future trends?
For that, something like, give me a list of emerging professions and the skills they require is great. It helps you look ahead, see what's coming down the pipe.
Keeping you future focused.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or if you have specific interests, like what career options are there if I like helping others, but I'm also interested in technology,
Yeah.
it can find those potentially perfect niche roles.
Got it. Next stage. Analysis del perfil professional, analyzing your current profile. This seems key for career changers.
Absolutely. If you have a resume or even just a description of your experience, you can use a prompt like, this is my academic and professional profile case description. What opportunities or changes do you recommend?
The AI acts like a virtual consultant, analyzing your background.
Yeah. Or for a more direct look, evaluate my strengths and weaknesses based on this profile. It gives you a kind of objective, data-driven snapshot.
Like an impartial review.
And then strategically, in what sectors could I excel with these skills? Critical thinking, teamwork, data analysis helps pinpoint where your specific talents might be most valued.
Okay, making it more concrete. Then we have planification and strategica de carrera, strategic career planning. This is about mapping things out.
Right. If you have a clear goal, say, I want to become a video game developer from scratch. Design a career plan with stages. The AI can help break that down into manageable steps. Education, skills, entry points.
That's really useful for big goals and for pivots.
Something like, I'm an administrator but want to move into digital marketing. How do I transition? It can give you actionable steps, resources, strategies for making that switch.
Practical advice, what about upskilling?
Asking, what certifications do you recommend if I want to improve my profile in artificial intelligence? Helps you find those valuable credentials to boost your marketability in a specific field.
Okay, and the final stage mentioned is orientational, vocational personalizada y acompañamiento personalized guidance and ongoing support.
Yeah, this is where you can ask the AI to act more like a mentor. A prompt like, act as an expert career counselor. Guide me step by step in choosing my career tells it to take on that supportive role.
Asking you questions, guiding the process.
Exactly. Or for someone younger, maybe, I'm 17, I like art and science. What careers combine both? It helps explore those interdisciplinary options.
Really helpful for finding paths you might not know exist.
And you could even bring in things like personality frameworks. My MBTI type is ENFP. What professions are usually compatible? It uses that as another data point for suggestions.
So a really wide range of ways to interact with it. We've covered the why and the how with prompts. Where are we actually seeing this applied? What are the practical applications?
Well, one big area is in schools and universities. Integrating AI tools alongside traditional guidance counselors for earlier exploration.
Giving students personalized insights right from the start. That could be powerful.
Definitely. And then for adults, think about labor transition programs.
Mm-hmm.
AI can be invaluable for helping people identify new paths and the skills they'll need if they're looking to reinvent their careers.
Makes sense. And within companies, too.
Yeah, for things like executive coaching, internal mobility planning, helping employees map out their future within the organization.
And it seems obvious, but online learning platforms must be looking at this.
Oh, absolutely. Integrating AI to recommend personalized learning paths based on your career goals, that makes learning much more targeted and probably more effective.
Right. Connecting the learning directly to the desired outcome. So bringing it all together, what are the ultimate goals of using AI in career orientation? It feels like more than just job matching.
Oh, much more. Fundamentally, it's about fostering deep self-knowledge, understanding your interests, skills, values. That's the bedrock of good career decisions. AI can really help catalyze that process.
And then helping with the actual decision making.
Yes. By providing data, outlining alternatives, offering projections for different fields, it empowers you to make more informed choices.
And we touched on this earlier, but a huge goal is reducing the access gap.
Exactly. Democratizing career guidance, making quality support available to more people, especially in places or situations where resources are limited.
So wider access, better self-knowledge, improved decisions.
Which all leads to the goal of improving employability, connecting individual talents with real market needs more effectively.
And maybe fostering a certain mindset.
Yes, finally, it's about stimulating that continuous learning and adaptability, encouraging the qualities you really need to thrive, not just survive, in today's and tomorrow's workforce.
So, wrapping this up, it's pretty clear AI in career guidance isn't some far off idea. It's here now, and it has uh, really significant potential.
It really does. But again, it's so important to remember it's not about replacing human counselors. It's about augmenting their abilities,
Thus,
enhancing their reach.
making valuable support accessible to more people. Okay, so here's a final thought for you, the listener. Self knowledge has always been your best guide for your career. But what happens when you combine that deep self understanding with powerful new tools? AI is becoming one of those tools, powerful, data driven, and increasingly accessible. Maybe think about how you could use it, even just experimentally, to explore your own path, whether you're starting out, thinking of a change, or just curious about what might be next.
Powerful thought to end on.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.